Okay. Okay, so you are seeing it differently than how I was seeing it. I
Yeah.
was talking about like spending, like you spend money on your car because the whole thing is about car note. So I was
Mhm.
looking at it more like, okay, here's how much money I can spend, here's how much energy I can spend on 10 relationships, and maybe I can only sustain three good ones based on how much energy and time and consideration it takes me on a daily basis to maintain close relationships. This is how much money I have to spend every month on maintaining the household.
I can see that.
That's how I was
Okay,
looking
I
at
think
it, like how much
that
energy
I
I
think
have.
that's one angle to look at it at, right?
Okay.
I'm talking about as
But
far
you're
as
looking at it in terms of
I
it's
was
we work better together.
I was looking at it as 60 plus 60 is 120, 60 plus 0 is 60. And
60 plus 0, 60.
the thing
Okay.
is that there's a lot of people out here trying to do it all in one income. And that's a
Oh.
big problem.
Yeah, that's
And
tough.
so when people decide like, okay, I don't want to get married, or I don't want to stay together, or I don't want to, well, I get all that. I'm not judging that, but I'm saying that a lot of times people make that decision without considering the financial impact of trying to go through this life
Oh,
solo.
yeah, that's really interesting because, like, I love my documentaries. I've been watching documentaries while I'm grading papers. And it's just so interesting because documentaries give you like in depth of what happens in people's lives and why people make the decisions that they do. So and my understanding, just watching, just digging into people's lives, like even on a professional level, personal level, and what I see on TV, when I see like separations like that, I don't see it as an easy decision. Like I see it where people are just saying, "Oh my God, I got to think about finances. I got to think about the children. I got to think about household." Like all these ideas run through people's head, and to make a decision for people that I know and professionally, when they make a decision to part ways, it's really kind of devastating. And yes, you're right. Like money is one of the things that is a big factor in people's decision to even get together or decide not to be together. Yeah, so financial is sometimes very essential. And I also think that I was talking about like emotionally too. There's some people who just like, you know what? I don't even care. I will pay this person money. I will gladly lose $50,000 or $10,000 just to have my peace of mind.
Hmm.
So it's just like, how much is your peace of mind going to cost you in relationships?
Yeah, and then it's kind of like,
Yeah.
is that the only, like, does it have to end that way? Like, is that the
No, it
solution?
never has to do that
So
way.
I'm wondering, because if I'm sitting there and I'm fighting with somebody, I've always looked at it as I have a choice of whether I really want to fight with you. I don't really have to. I could say like we're fighting, that's why we're parting ways or whatever. But truth be told, I could just shut up and not fight.
That's so
Really
true.
just, like, yeah, like why do you,
That is so funny.
So I don't know. So I kind of feel like
Yeah.
with this economy um being tough, I think people should look at their relationships as one of their significant financial investments. If you invest in the right relationships, that can make a big difference for you financially, not just in terms of who you're with on a romantic level, but the kind of friends you keep. If you're networking with people that are trying to do well and be upwardly mobile and be financially efficient, that's going to be better than people who are downwardly mobile and financially sloppy.
Oh,
When I was
oh my gosh.
well, I mean, we had the stock option summit in Los Angeles, I encouraged all the students to network. I told them, I said, I need you to walk out of here with 7 phone numbers. I said,
Uh-huh.
because you're in a room of VIPs, you're in a room with people who have been trained on a certain way of thinking about their economics, and they're upwardly mobile. They're headed in the same direction as you, and this can be your
Those
posture.
are your people. Those are your people that you need to
Yeah.
connect with. You got a lot in common with everybody in that room. Is that what you found, that everybody in that room when you did your event, like people they just connected very well in the room?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
walked in the room and I just saw like the room bustling with activity.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and I was very happy about that, and they were good people, smart people,